and welcome to Troll Time. Well, welcome back to Troll Time, where we talk about sports, movies, or anything thought provoking. Today is a treat for me because anybody who follows my page, I'm a movie buff and I watch TV series. That's my guilty pleasure, so to speak. I had an opportunity today to interview Dzifa Mallet, who's a filmmaker, actor, located in the Dallas Fort Worth area. He started acting in 2020. Shortly after he graduated college, he began creating his own films in 2022. He's been blessed immensely with amazing opportunities, and it's been the best decision of his life. His goal is to become a full-time filmmaker and continue creating high quality opportunities for people in the Dallas Fort Worth area. Uh, Without further ado, I want to bring in Mr. Dzifa. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed and I'm grateful to be on the show. Thank you for this opportunity, man. I appreciate you reaching out, man.
No doubt. Like I said, it's something that we're gonna talk about. Of course, we're gonna talk about the movie at hand, but a lot of times, movies on Tubi get a lot of flack, and I fight for Tubi, man, because I got a whole list in my phone to keep track of all the movies I've watched on Tubi, and I'm well in the hundreds. Like so, I love watching Tubi movies because it's where a lot of people getting their start. Whether it's from the production side or actress, actors, or anything like that. So I love that. But before we get into the big reason why you're on the show, man, just tell the people about yourself so they can get to know you.
All right, all right. Hello, everyone. My name is Dzifa Mallet. I am a filmmaker, actor, director, writer, producer, all of that stuff. I'm trying to think of where to start. I'm a former athlete. I played basketball a lot. I played for a little bit in college. I played in high school. Man, let's get straight to it. Like how I started acting. So my grandma, she started me uh, doing a lot of acting stuff when I was younger, probably around like 8, 9, 10. But and I would go to like these like showcases and stuff, and I'll make it to the next level, but they'll want us to like pay thousands of dollars for this stuff. We didn't have no money, so I never could like hop into it. So fast forward in middle school, I did plays and stuff like that. High school, I did, instead of doing PowerPoints, I did videos, like entertaining videos over whatever the subject was. So it was always in the back of my head, but I was just so focused on basketball. And then, I fell out of love with basketball. I still play, of course, and I graduated college in 2020 with a degree in kinesiology with a minor in math and science. So I'm like, man, I'll always have a job. I'm certified to teach, coach, and all of that. I'll always have a job. So you know what? I'm gonna go for my dream and goals, and I'm gonna go 100%. And because I don't want to live a regret. So I just went for it. I just went for it. I started acting, joined a whole bunch of Facebook groups, and did a lot of research. Watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos and stuff. And I started very small. I actually end up like probably like a month and a half. I got my first film role. And I was grateful for that. And I flew out to Philadelphia. It was a great experience, cool experience, learning experience. I ain't gonna get into details, but it was a great experience. So yeah, and then in 2022, as an actor, you hear no a lot, or you just don't hear anything back when you submit yourself. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to wait around. I want to create opportunities for myself. So in 2022, I got with this lady that I had worked with previously. She was a writer director, and I hit her up. I was like, "Hey, I have this film idea. Can you write it and direct it for me?" She gave me her fee, and I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna save up for it." And I started saving up for it, and then I was like, "You know what? This is gonna take too long for me to pay that fee." So I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna just write and direct it myself." And I end up with this film called The Giver that's on YouTube right now. It's 23 minutes. And I just did that, and then I had a premiere for it and everything. Had about 60 people show up. I rented out a theater in Dallas, and it was a great reception, like great feedback. Of course, I had constructive criticism. It was my first project, and stuff like that. So people were asking for part two, part two, part two, part two, part two, and I was like, part two. Oh no! So I was battling back and forth, and then something hit me, like, because people was asking questions. Oh, what about the mom? What happened after the end? What happened with the end? So I was like, oh man, I really don't want to shoot this over. And like, long story short, I end up having to make a whole feature film, and I was like, I knew I was gonna have to make a whole feature film, and it was very intimidating because I never made a feature film. I don't know what goes into that, and I end up reaching out to a bunch of crew. I started finding my cast. I put stuff out on Backstage and stuff like that. I was writing the script, and you know um, that's how I ended up with this film, The Remedy for a Broken Heart. I'm really proud of it. Of course, I mean, the way I am, I'm real hard on myself. I'm already like kind of cringing at it a little bit because I don't like hearing myself and watching myself. But I'm really grateful for the reception, and stuff on the film. But yeah, that's kind of how I started. I'm the type of person, like, I just go. I'm gonna just go. I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm just gonna go, because all that procrastinating, man, you'll leave yourself in the dust, and you'll be what, 40, 50, 60 coulda. I don't want to be a coulda, woulda, shoulda type person. I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it right now. If I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail right now, and then figure out what I'm gonna keep going until I figure out what sticks and what I'm gonna be good at, and I'm gonna work hard at it. I'm not just throwing stuff at the wall. I'm like, I'm doing one or two things at a time. I'm committing to it. I'm going hard at it. I'm working hard at it. And if I fail, I fail. If I succeed, I succeed, and I'm gonna keep going. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
No, I got you. Now, the movie that he mentioned is The Remedy for a Broken Heart. I like how, the caption, you never know how much someone with nothing has to give. I'm telling you right now, I posted it on my page. It was a 5-star for me because, for one, I love. I'm a chick flick dude anyway. Like, I call myself Mr. Mushy on my page, but everybody knows, like, I'm a chick flick. But I also like the heartfelt movies too. So it had both. It has a ton of things. Like, not only just like the chick flick type vibe, or the heartfelt, but it has struggle. Somebody at their lowest, somebody, and then picking themselves back up, and different things like that. So, I mean, it has a blend of everything, and that's what made it a good movie to me. But the main characters and stars in this movie, of course, you, written and directed by you, but you have Brittany Seals and Jet Thomas. Brittany plays Imani, and Jet Thomas plays Raven. How did you go about selecting like everybody that acted in and was an actress in the film?
Yes, so Jet was actually in my last film, The Giver, and and I worked with her. I found her because I was working on this other project that we both were casted in, and I was like, you know what? Let me just reach out to her and see if she would play this role, and we just stuck with it, stuck together, and I was like, you know what? Let me just have you play this character again. And then Brittany, I casted her off of Backstage. It's a casting and crew call platform where you find people to be in your films and stuff like that. So yeah, she was very studious. She was, just professional, easy to talk to and stuff like that. And yeah, that's how I got them.
Now, Brittany, I met her through the world of gaming, the esports industry, and that's how we became friends. So, I actually tried to get her to come on the show, but she had some things going on, and wanted to get some things more situated. And then I was like, you know what? let me read. Like once me and you had a few interactions on Facebook, I was like, well, man, let me reach out to you. Let me reach out to the guy who made it all happen, and get that going. But no, she's a great person from what I know and experiences that I had with her. I was happy for when I seen her promoting it. And that's how I caught wind of it. I was on her Instagram page, and she was promoting the film. And I said, you know what? Let me check it out. Like, I mean, because like I said, I'm already highly invested in watching movies and TV shows. But if it's somebody that I know that's in it, I'm definitely gonna watch it. So that's what drew me to it. I want to ask you, what drew your inspiration for this movie?
All right, so this is how I started off. It was probably around 2021, I would say. And in my notes app, like I have a section in my notes, just it's film/series ideas. And in my notes, it just started off as film about homeless man. That's literally how I started. And then, cause I was originally wasn't going to play the homeless character. And then as my ideas start to build up in my mind and my thoughts start to flow, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play this character. But long story short, this whole film was like kind of like a metaphor, and it's loosely based on my life in a way. You know what I'm saying? Certain events actually happen, some things happen to me, but like kind of in a different way, you know. Um, and and some things that happened in this film that I always wanted to happen, I wish could happen in real life. But yeah, man, so the themes of this film is redemption, love, forgiveness, and regret. And that was a lot of things I was going through at the time, like especially I say, 2020 up until up like all through. I'm still, going through it right now. So I just wanted to make a film with black women, of course, where there is conflict, but how can we overcome that conflict without having an overuse of sex scenes, abuse towards black women, black men being drug addicts and abusers hitting black women and stuff like that, and also keeping it kind of authentic and something you could feel and not too cheesy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing cheesy. So I was kind of like, I just wanted to make something real and pretty grounded. I mean, it's a movie is a movie, so everything's not gonna be, perfect. It's not gonna be like, oh, this is real, like whatever. I just wanted to make something people could relate to. I wanted people to relate to. It's there are specific scenes in this film. There's one scene in this film that I know got a lot of people, and I know a lot of people could relate to. And you may know what I'm talking about. There's one scene that I know a lot of people. I got a lot of feedback and a lot of people talking about that specific scene. So, long story short, man, I just wanted to make something real, and I want to uplift black women and black men, and especially in the space of putting it out on Tubi, because like I'm not trying to like talk mess or anything, but I'm just keeping it real. Most of the films on Tubi, you know, they gonna start off in some kind of warehouse or something, sitting in a chair, somebody getting beat up, somebody getting shot and killed, everybody strippers, overuse of sex scenes. Us, I don't know. It's my thing is like we more than that, man. We more than that. We so talented, but we just have to limit ourselves to sex, violence, and abuse, and even incest. Oh my gosh! Like I don't even understand that. I understand it happens, but it's just like we more than that, man. We more than that. But I just wanted to make something. I wanted to make something real. I wanted to make something real, man.
Nah, and I'll say you did that. Like I mean, I think I'd tell anybody that happens to watch this episode is check it out. Me personally, I judge movies and TV shows a lot differently than I think most. Because a lot of people be like, "Oh man, that wasn't good," or or anything like that. And me, if you get my attention and you keep it, you did your job. Like that's how I judge, before I get critical. Like, because if it kept my attention the whole time, and I had to see it from start to end, to me, I think that's a good job. Like, I mean, you help my. Now, I'm somebody who has a short attention span because you'll find me doing two or three things at one time, and I'm not saying I'm doing two or three things at one time, uh, perfectly or well, but just the way my mind operates, I always got to be doing something. So, like I said, the movie was a treat. I felt some things along in the movie, and then it was, of course, the part where you got banged up pretty bad. That kind of that caught me off guard. Like, I wasn't expecting that. And then the other part I'll say is that towards the end, with the police scene, that threw me off, and I was like, I mean, every time I thought I was about to get my feelings hurt, it was a twist to it. And now talking to you, I kind of see, your point of view of not everything not always having a negative outcome, or having to be to the worst extent of every situation. I mean, although, of course we know it's realistic situations out there like that, but we don't have to constantly keep putting it on the screen, or putting it in our faces. I mean, we deal with them, of course, but it's refreshing to shine a different light on a lot of different situations that can be deemed bad or negative or whatever. But besides this movie, and the movie you mentioned earlier, you said it was The Giver.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What other projects have you worked on?
So those are my only two films that I've made right now. I've done a lot of other short films and a few episodes and series and stuff like that. I have a movie coming out that I was in called I Voted. It's going to be in limited theaters. It's also going to be working its way. It's a political thriller, and they planning on putting it out before the election. So I'm really excited about that film. I got to go to the private premiere for that, and like I said, I'm hard on myself, but I was very pleased with my performance. And then, the other actors and everybody, hit me up and talking about my performance. And like, I'm just like, oh man, thank you, because I'm a new actor, and I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get better, and stuff like that. I'm ready to get back into acting class once, things kind of settle down and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been in other, short films, a few feature films, and a few web series as well. So yeah, but right now my main focus is creating my own. Like, I'm so excited for what I have next. The only thing is money. So once this first quarter check come through, oh, I can't wait to shoot the next project. I can't wait.
Now, let me tell you, I seen the trailer for I Voted, and I mean, it's off the chain.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's very captivating. Like, I mean, and that's how a trailer should be. I mean, when I seen by the time it was over, I was like, oh man, I want to check that out. And yeah, it's and the timing of what you say they're putting it out. That's definitely. I mean, that's some good marketing for that type of movie. I mean, but I'm intrigued to see it. Um, what other type projects are you looking forward to doing in the future?
So right now, I'm collaborating with a director out in Florida, and we're planning to shoot a 6 to 8 episode series to put on Tubi. It's called Life, and it's about these two male college friends and two female college friends that end up being roommates in like a co-ed dorm situation. And one of the pairs, they used to date, but the guy cheated on the girl. And long story short, it's just all about that. This is the setting is at a HBCU, so and we don't see a lot of. I don't think we. I don't see many college shows. Um, with the setting being an HBCU. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be very rated R because realistically, I mean, we know what goes on in college. We know what happens in college. So we are definitely we're gonna go there. We're
Gotcha,
gonna go.
gotcha.
So yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's it's a it's a dramedy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dramedy. So I'm really excited about that project. Uh, and then I have my next film that I'm currently writing. It's called For What It's Worth. I'm trying to think if I should reveal what it's about. Is it too early? I'm gonna just say I'm writing my next film. I just put it like that. But it's another very very unique film, and I'm chipping away at it. I'm taking my time, so this film might not come out till 2026. But I'm really taking my time because one thing about me, uh, I wanna be significantly better than what I put out last. And this would pretty much be my sophomore effort. A lot of people on a second project, it's like, I like the original, and stuff like that. They have what's it called, the sophomore drought or something like that.
Slump,
And
yeah.
yeah, I don't want to go through that. And yeah, I got to make sure I'm putting out a banger. So I'm taking my time with this one, and this one gonna hit y'all. This one gonna hit y'all. This one gonna hit people. I'm really excited about it. So I'm taking my time. I'm getting a team together this time. I did a lot by myself on this last film, and I actually almost gave up making this film like 4 different times. I'll talk about that another day. Oh my gosh. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna be well prepared with this film. Production gonna be higher, acting, casting, everything is gonna be significantly better, and I'm gonna make something that I'll be proud of, something people will be proud of as well. And man, I'm excited about it. That's all I can say. I'm very excited.
Now you say you almost given up a few times or what? I mean, you said talk about it another day, but what day is better than the present? You can actually be an inspiring inspiration to somebody who's out there going through the same thing right now, trying to put a project together and thinking about giving up. I mean, obviously, whatever you went through was worth it for you to put out that project the way you did. But no pressure. But something I wanted to ask, you see this all the time, especially like when people star in romantic flicks and different things like that. But what's it like, in a movie where you have, love scenes and different things like that? I mean, is it as easy as it looks? I mean, because especially for people that have like significant others or whatever, and you got to be on camera, all booed up with somebody else. What is that like?
So for me, one of the main things for me is I always make sure the women on my set feel comfortable and safe. So I don't give a damn how annoyed they get. I'm gonna ask them multiple times, are you okay with this? Are you comfortable with this? Is this fine with you? Like even just reading a script, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything that you want to take out? Like, do you want to, are you fine with this? And then when we get to set, are you comfortable? Are you sure you prepared before we go into it? I want to make sure that women on my set are safe, even if it's just not me there. I want them to feel safe regardless. Even if we just eating, if we just got downtime, I want them to feel safe. I'm not gonna have nobody on my set that'll make anybody feel unsafe at all. And then as far as having significant other, I mean, you know, at the time, I tell the women that I date, I mean, they know what I do. I talk to them about it. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. It's like you either cool with it or you ain't. I'm not finished. You know, I mean, you know what you're signing up for. I make sure I respect their boundaries. Like there are certain things that I won't do. Like that's like okay, that's unnecessary. But if it's kissing and stuff like that and touching, you want to make the scene feel real and authentic. So you know, that's what it is. But I make sure they cool and stuff like that. But if it's just like just a jealous thing and energy, I'm just like, hey, before you even move forward, like with the relationship. I'm like, I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste my time because that'll always be an ongoing problem. So it's just a conversation that you have before. It's kind of an ongoing conversation because they say they cool with it, but then when it gets time to it, you know what I'm saying? It's happened multiple times. So
I'm
it's
sure.
just it just comes with it, man. It's just a job. Like I don't have any feelings or connection when I've kissed any of the women that I've been intimate with. It's just it's just work, to me. I don't know. Some people feel certain things. Me, just like, hey, it's just a movie. It's just a series, whatever it is I'm shooting. I'm like, there's nothing there after that.
Got you. Now we talked about, of course, some of your projects and some of the projects that you're working on. But I'm curious is like, what's your process when you commit and start to working on a project? Like how do you approach that? Like, I mean, I'm sure because I envision like you just pure isolation, and by yourself and just letting all your creative juices flow. Like, so I'm just wondering, like, what does that process look like?
So, first, I'll say this. I have my notes app, and then I also have this booklet right here. Is like for me, if I'm out, like say I'm, playing basketball, or if I'm at the grocery store or something, and then boom, something hits me, an idea hits me, I'll type it in my notes app on my phone. But if I'm at the crib and I'm just feeling super inspired, I open this bad boy up, right? Then I get to writing.
Oh wow.
I get to writing, you know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, I just get to writing. But one thing well, two things that get me going is number one, music. I listen to a lot of the same music over and over, whether it's some of my favorite music or if it's just instrumentals on YouTube that I found. I have a playlist called Future Filming Soundtrack. And then I also have like a playlist for whatever film, like for The Giver, I had a playlist, and then The Remedy for a Broken Heart, I had a playlist for those scenes. Like I'm heavy into music, like the music got to match, like the music got hit. You know what I'm saying? The timing, it got to hit certain, like it just got to match. You know what I'm saying for me, and that's one thing that helped me like come up with ideas. I'm just driving, and then I just start thinking of scenes and coming up with stuff. I'm like, oh dang, that'd be cool. Like hearing, like I'm listening to the music, and I'm seeing scenes come together and form, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'll just quickly type in my notes. It's dangerous as I drive, and but I got to get it down. And then another thing, I play basketball. So I get my headphones on. I'm just shooting around. I'm just shooting. I'm just shooting. I got my music going, and then I'll just go to my notes app, start typing in my notes, and yeah. But yeah, music and basketball. To be honest, yeah, music and basketball. Like I'm
Gotcha.
not I'm not finna just sit and just start writing. Like I gotta feel inspired or it ain't feel real. Sometimes things just hit me out of nowhere and I'm like, oh, like I had that happen like a week and a half ago. Like I was in the bathroom, like I was just like brushing my teeth or something like that. And like, oh my gosh, and I pulled out my notes and I just started writing. I started writing. I was like, man, this is gonna be dope. I was actually on the phone with somebody and they started laughing at me because I got inspired out of nowhere, man. But yeah, basketball and music, man.
No, it's good to hear you talk about the notes because I use the notes for a lot of different things. It comes in handy, especially when you're trying to put stuff together. So I'm a big notes user myself. Before we get out of here, I want to thank you, man, for coming on. Sharing a part of your story. I'm definitely gonna push this episode heavy, along with your movie, "The Remedy for a Broken Heart," and that you know, hopefully and luckily for me, that the more projects you do, the more times I can have you back before you blow up, man.
Hey man, I'm always be available, man. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I appreciate you so much.
Now, what I want you to do at this moment, promote yourself, tell people where they can follow you, tell them about your projects and where they can find them.
Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm Dzifa Mallet. I'm a filmmaker, actor, director, writer, located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I have my feature film, The Remedy for a Broken Heart, streaming right now for free on Tubi. It's also streaming on Amazon Prime. If you got $2-3 you want to spare to rent the film and support me, it's also on YouTube Movies and Google Play. If you want to support me and stuff like that. I appreciate y'all for watching and, just vibing with me on this journey. You can follow me on Instagram at Gido81, Gido81, and Facebook. It's my name, DZIFA, and then my last name is Mallet, Mallet. That's where I'm the most active. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. Watch my movie, The Remedy for a Broken Heart. It's gonna surprise you. I feel like it's gonna surprise you. It's gonna exceed your expectations. Watch the movie.
Well, man, thank you for coming on. My last words is that Dzifa Mallet is somebody to look out for, man. I can see the passion. I can see the drive. Beautiful storytelling in The Remedy of a Broken Heart. The Remedy for a Broken Heart. Like you said, you can find that on Tubi, Prime Video. Most of the world has Prime, so there's no reason why you can't check it out on Prime. Tubi is free, so you can't beat that. But I had a beautiful time watching this movie, and now after having a chance to talk to him, I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for him. I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Troll Time. This is my first episode regarding movies, and I definitely look forward to doing some more, as time permits. Nothing beats watching a movie and then being able to talk to the person who created the movie, man. That is super dope. But as I always say, if you don't remember anything else, I'm here to laugh, show love, promote, talk sports, movies, joke, and troll. Catch you on the next episode.